Of release. I don't know. It just seems like everybody that gets on stage that has kids hates them. Like, I've never seen a comic get on stage and they're just like, I got 2 kids and I love them. That would be weird. Like, what's wrong with you? You like that? I don't know. People don't like their kids. That's just a thing, and they keep pictures of their kids on their iPhone now. That's what they do. I like to weird them out. So when they're like, I'm like, you got kids? They're like, yeah, here's a picture. I'm just like, can I keep that? Can you send that one to me? Oh. If I really want to freak them out when they show me the picture, I'm like, oh, that's weird. He has clothes on. Never seen that before. Interesting. Guys, next comic coming to the stage, Rick Linderman. Put your hands together.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I was thinking it's been a while since I've been here to do a set. Callaway got all jacked since the last time. Either it's been a long time since I've done a set or steroids work real fast. I'm sorry. I don't want to take a shot at the host. It'll be a long time before I do another set, I guess. I take a couple breaks. I was doing some comedy for a while, and then I ran out of material, so I had to go, back out into the real world and screw up my life some more. That's where I get all my material from. I was actually recently, I did a stint in drug rehab. That was fun. All my friends convinced me that I needed drug rehab. Even Gladys, who I love. Gladys is one of my favorite people in the world. I miss talking to Gladys, and she offered to get me a psychiatrist. And I figured that I knew that Gladys was really one of my friends at that point because all of my friends are always telling me I need a psychiatrist. It's a little bit unnerving, actually, So then my friends finally convinced me to go to drug rehab, and I go disgruntledly, and they asked me in drug rehab, what drove you to drugs? And the only answer I had was that my friends are all assholes. But in drug rehab is crazy. I don't know, I know you said you did a little stint, right? They make you surrender to your higher power in drug rehab because it's like a watered-down religious organization. They make you do things like write your own obituary, and they give you a surrender packet. And they really just lean on you about why everything's wrong until you're like, I surrender, I give up, I don't want to do any more drugs. But that's not true because I was doing cocaine, and they say that cocaine makes you paranoid. And I didn't really think I was paranoid. It's just that everyone says that I am behind my back. Thank you. But I didn't go to drugs completely for that. I also had a bit of an LSD freak out. I don't know if anybody in this crowd, this doesn't look like an LSD crowd to me. You freak out on LSD, you think you have like a personal realization, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, your family and friends are wheeling you into an institution like a dog on his way to the vet. Like, is this the park, No, you're going to be here for 30 days, And that's really how I felt going into rehab. But they asked, then they finally surrendered. You surrender to your higher power because you're guilty and selfish. And I've always been willing to admit my guilt and selfishness. But then they started asking you hard questions like, do you think LSD is dangerous? I said, no, it's cell phones are dangerous. I was just hanging out during the snowstorm. It's not the LSD. If I didn't have the cell phone, I wouldn't have walked to all those people's house and said all that weird shit. But the first time I ever took LSD, I had a realization that I was never going to get away with anything in my entire life because you remember when you actually had a phone in your house? When I was a teenager, I had the mom who had a curfew, so I had to be home at midnight while all of my other good-for-nothing friends were allowed to stay up all night and do drugs. So I had to go home to my mother tripping on acid, and so it's kind of difficult. You get there, and the phone's ringing. My friends are calling me. They want to know, why. They're all nervous, and my mother's saying, "Why are they calling here so late? What's wrong with these? What's wrong with your friends? And oh, Mom, they took drugs, and I don't know, you know. And I started opening up and saying a bunch of shit I shouldn't be saying, you know. And that's when I realized that I would never get away from anything because my father at the time yells from the bedroom, "He took it too. That's why he's telling you all that shit. Now come back to bed." Drugs are bad news, though. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit doing drugs. That's part of rehab. They want you to quit doing drugs when you go there. So I've got a new habit. I've been gambling a lot. After all these years, I realized it's not drugs and it's not gambling that I am addicted to. It's pissing all my money away the second I get it. Oh. But anyway, I would pick on you in the front, but, you know, because that's what happens when they get the cute blonde girl in the front, all the comedians pick on her, but that's my cousin. I'm not that white. I'm like white trash, but I'm not like redneck. Pick on, have sex with your cousin, white. You know? She likes all the redneck white man jokes. I have one fan back there. If I could see you, I'd hit on you, baby. Find me outside.
I'll be there.
You be there? Oh yeah. All right, then I won't do any of my racist jokes. I want to be friends.
I'll still be there.
You still be? All right, now I'm all flushed and embarrassed, you know. But it's nice to be back at the comedy club. Everybody's been real funny today. Gladys, oh, what am I getting the hook now? All right, I want to do one shameless self-promotion. Can I do that? Now that it's the future, you know, even though I'm in my mid-30s, Gladys convinced me it's the future, so I got a Twitter handle. I am Dick Lindy Comedy at Twitter, but there's no C in Dick. I don't know why it's shorter that way. Because my real name's Richard Thomas Lindemann Jr., but you can call me Dick Lindy if you're nasty. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.